Chariot TV is proud to present Digital Lectureship 2025, themed Shepherd the Church of God, Acts 2028. Over 12 insightful days, we'll delve deep into the principles of spiritual leadership, church organization, and the profound responsibility of caring for God's precious assembly. We'll kick off with Don Blackwell addressing Ordination of Elders, who is eligible, followed by B.J. Clark on the elders or preachers, who is in charge of the church. Eric Owens will then explore why take heed to shepherd the Church of God. You'll also hear from Mike McDaniel on balancing ruling and serving, Alan Webster on raising men to be elders, and Eric Eskew discussing when there are no elders. Kyle Butt will cover elders and church discipline, and Scott Kane will elaborate on why elders should smell like the sheep. We'll then dive into church organization with Aaron Gallagher, comparing biblical and denominational hierarchy, Shadrach Opong addressing concerns in Ghana, and Dan Cates sharing historical lessons. George Assar will shed light on church autonomy and cooperation, and John Adu will conclude by explaining why caring for the elders is caring for the church. Don't miss this enriching series. Equip yourself with biblical knowledge to better understand and participate in the life of the church. Join us for the Chariot TV Digital Lectureship on Chariot TV and the Church of Christ TV on Facebook and YouTube. Mark your calendars from the August 1st to the 14th, 2025. Don't miss out.
Everyone needs compassion, a love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior, the hope of nations. Savior.
This is Chariot TV.
Yamamuni na makwaba. Edeba Chariot TV also ha. A action time. We are all welcome back to Chariot TV. I welcome you back to Chariot TV from last week, and I hope you had a very good day, because I had a very, very good day. By God's grace, we went out to worship God today, and somewhere. More comment into a comment section. Be honest, okay? Be honest. One sorry, I will talk now. They are torn because but you should repent, of course. Ain't no, ya sound so baby last week. Yenya a year a brand here in Winyamfo. Come. Mane eba share a few things to us, and Nyankopon this weekend. So we want to continue the topic, and as I said, the discussion we've been having for the past week has been opportunities to study abroad. We want to help elevate the young ones in the church who have the desire to study, who have the desire to reach or climb the academic ladder. So we have scouted through the brotherhood, and we've come up with the very best, the top notch, those who are on top of the heap. As far as Yembebuno are concerned, these people have gone through the mill. They are currently graduate students studying in top-notch universities in the world, like top-notch. Last week, and you could attest to the delivery of my guest last week. I know lots of you gave in your comments. We really appreciate you so much. Whenever you come on this program, you just drop in a shout out. Okay, in Greek ni Hebrew no name. Jonathan, brother Shadrach, no matter give we go down. Okay. So over a program, so a action time. just drop in your comment. Shane baby I will share if you of course we didn't beba, but Shane baby I will share if you said the bear we know where our viewers are. Sanso emwa baby say ne any baby can ya only a top and sound so and as only didn't sound so say like a page, and then make sure you also subscribe. So the bear when we are live, you always get a notification. Hit the notification bell. How I hit here, you won't get a notification. Chariot TV, Amaniama, I is so easy. We even have an app. Go to Play Store or Google app or Google Store. Baby, I only have apps. Go there. Just type in Chariot TV. You see the app come up, and then just download it. Your life say you get an instant notification, and you can join in the programs. Before I proceed, I know say you've seen all the things that are going on. In fact, if you are not abreast with the times, okay, you are missing out. On the 1st of August is a big day. Please go back, take your calendar, mark it. On the 1st of August is a big day. It's a big day in the life of every Christian, especially those of us in Ghana. We always have a digital lectureship each year, and this year, Baso live on Chariot TV and then Church of Christ TV. So please, it starts on the 1st of August. Make sure you tune in to Chariot TV or Church of Christ TV. Now, we have so many things. In fact, like as time goes on, I'll try and then play or remind our viewers of the agenda of more speakers on one about the things. So last week, me can say, you see, heaven now, bomb pious here become. And you got phone kwan ebeko heaven. Okay, Mozambique for beba, Iraq for beba, China for beba, America for beba. So it's very, very wise to know those you'll be meeting in heaven. So what I say, almost uncle for now. So the bell could do heaven one more, like in child surprise. Okay, you already know the people who are there. And it's Chariot TV management. Select some of these speakers all around the world. Okay, but but all around the world we have speakers who have spoken all around. You get acquainted with some of these brethren who are also pushing the gospel agenda, and you will learn a lot, brothers. You will learn a lot. Making sure that we don't miss such an insightful and an educative program like digital lectureship. Ibinum said DL 2025. We said Daddy Lumba. Obine can asem na metie na me so me retreat. Almost said Daddy Lumba. Obe outdoor na power in 2025. Pamucho Daddy Lumba on case or outdoor a power bia this year. A digital lectureship, please. Digital lecture. But anyway, yebe ka eno ho asem. But said the year can mama yen shenen so. Yankopon ya adom August 1st. Digital lectureship is live on Chariot TV and then Church of Christ TV. It's a unya ente home pupoya and on my catch on. Okay, yanko yen guest. Last week, an interesting guest, and I would like to reintroduce him. Yankasa Inia Bema Nathaniel. Inia Bema Nathaniel. Nathaniel no. Last week he said he's currently a graduate student, actually a PhD in electrical, is not electrical, in engineering. Mankani ya me so no wa correct me. Ya no de mene me am manager yen do PhD no so tem kwanche hono ntino ya na odi ache. Yeah, so a PhD in the pacho,
PhD in electrical engineering.
That's right. Wow, body now out to say nyen crown the NVL. Some wiring system now. Wow, fear no David no be near can we PhD. Yes, electrical engineer. Just electricity no. Almost how many more. Can I ye? Nyankopon cast let there be light. No, what is any money na ase. That the Nyankopon as say obekan last week. Na one etie for ni ahwefo ni na eche na also go school when na nkofo bi say school ben na also won
well edi kan ma menchia ahwefo bibia or hwe is adwumedi school na me kɔ ne Memorial University or Canada.
Canada. All right, I open them here. So yes, there is a university view of Canada. I'm friend of Memorial University. Just go to Google and then just browse. Go and say it is one of the top universities in Canada. So please, Mama, and then I have another guest. Okay, and I know say on your new to a Chariot TV, on your new to Action Time. He's been on Action Time, but I been no him. A bit of so what share but I'll introduce him. But before I introduce him, more about comment section. As a more share live ning and yes, some comment or comment section. Who said ubi a binomo edium comment, but I would like to read it before I introduce my next guest because I have two guests with me today for the show, as for the program. So I'll read out the comments so far and then we can proceed. Anthony Denediabo said, good evening, brethren, watching you live from Mali. Yes, said and Mali phone in heaven. So I'm also sharing live from Mali. Anthony, last week you were with us, this week you are with us. God richly bless you. We are brutal, we are serious guy. As for Emilia there, on there, Emilia Deno, she's one of the friends ardent viewers. Nyankopon in shout, Emilia, sister Emilia, Nyankopon in shout. My manager Jonathan, I say, hey, I am watching you from Bethel Street. Hey, she said, yeah, Temano, she said, yeah, some Bethel Street, the only city in Ghana. So I said, when we see Jaika, and you're the only city in Ghana. Okay, Bafo Leroy, also then watching you live from Kolibu. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Also, Nyankopon in shout. Yeah. Yes, my manager could be Patrick Soshen from Asante Bekwa for Chicha Munina, Munina, Matamu Kuchu, Yadamasa Papa. Yes, program no air live into Basu say you just leave your comments. If you have any questions as the discussion progresses, just let us know and we will do well. And will be the quick one we have also then. Also Oko pay as media mami. You mate. Yes, will be an incoming MP mate. Anyway, so yes, my next guest. Interesting. Obebo din ebinomo ebisa se hina anamedena be. Yes, mede another person abaso your friend no minim ni din, but ono ankasa bebo ni din na wachite ipa konye. Na of course I sorry ba and they meet me aka, but obebo ni din na wachite baby owo and it ye oye. Openyi me mo adwo.
Yeah, ni a obed na po me de.
Nyankopon adom me ho ye pa na wonso ye.
Ya me adom so ye. Oni anata na me gidi se wonso ho ye.
Nyankopon adom Frank na me pa cho nso ye.
Ya me adom so ho ye. Okay, mebo me di edika no me chi ahwefo nyina sade wadika aka no digital lectureship na baso nti yesremo emre no so abomoden a se obejoin ni na wa share na ma foforo so ate asempa na ye ka no mo nyina nso atimi abaye onyankopon ba enti me din de Frank Obenadei obetimi aka no Frank me okay with that sade odika aka no me Asoraba Church of Christ currently no me somwo Worcester Church of Christ wo USA Massachusetts edi a wo bono ahwe ya obeka oketrema
Tobo. What's it? Massa de ben.
Massachusetts.
Minimum B or charity, you won't be boss anything, but they are boss any part.
Waka MA for short. Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, me a PhD student.
Okay.
Me ready biological sciences and my specialization in immunology and infectious diseases.
Wow.
Me a PhD student at Harvard University. Yeah.
Hey, Tobo. Tobo. Yeah, I think. So a PhD student. Now PhD students no one check. But was a PhD for no. So we my Nathaniel has a PhD in electrical engineering. No, I can say but what counts a PhD in biological
Sciences.
Grow. Just a nothing. There's a more biology no. Mono what's in say. Just a we are simu na no. You trim na wutia. Wow.
Yeah, famudi say. Yeah, very sure bibi mu. Beboa ma ya setena wo wiase no. Akoso physically.
Not just we obebu na wo Nyankopon asafo na wo sa wo hwehwe nimdie kira kwan na wo hwehwe niema mu na wotimi eye bibi ana nye sa net.
No cry. India de uhia pa. Bible no cry ka say steady to show thyself approved unto God. Application a bit me anya through on say enya Bible no nkwa na also usua. Adeɛ bi a ɛbɛboa ama wasetena mu wɔ wiase mu no akɔ nkan na afoforɔ nso anya wɔn so mfasoɔ no ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ asafo ba a anaa woyɛ babunu a wobɔ mmɔden asɛ wobɛtumi ahwehwɛ akyerɛ kwan. So it is very, very important for us to study. Yeah.
I see. Now will say a school bank.
Harvard University.
To wo. Who say Ghana no? Ghana say Oko Ghana, Ubinya small London, Ubinya they say Bethel, Obiso to Ghana, so no, the crow your friend Bethel, Ubinya Okwa Shama, for example, Ubinya Afghanistan, Ashama, Italy, Ashama, just say Harvard no nyehi bi na wo kan like nyehi bi na because minim say Harvard no call Ashama na omo schools no be bre or no be the Harvard near there but Ashama dey bi na wo kan na say na wo kan say Massachusetts so say dey be
But Harvard the whole US Boston.
I see Boston there na wo kan. Wow. Pause for me. Okay. So guests as you can see, they are really ready and poised to share with us their experiences. We are here to share experiences and then try as much as possible to elevate the youth in the church. Try to guide them on how to avail of some of these numerous, in fact, there are numerous opportunities out there that for those who have the desire, okay, new be but to be a panel, young program, no, young botining in an bema aquenia, and as he be quiet to one, near man of near many so, said a bear, or move to me, so obu penna, to me, a use advantages and an assessor, opportunities. So, straight up, me call a year, Minia Bema, Frank also last week, the Nathaniel, Ife, and all that. So just give us a brief something about you, baby. Our share and baby our could do. Nanko for who is Frank? Who is Frank Adai?
Okay, Onia Obed Medawasibium. Nti Frank Adai, Obia, Maofo, Ewo Menona, Omuye school for now more high school, and Engane say yawo me wa bra na omo wareye and yawo me wo ekrubi so efro wasapu wako. It is in the western region of Ghana. Enti me wo echi no ma ofo kra anware and menyini ewo wasapu wako honom staying with my grandmom until I was 4 years. Ena yede me call Uti region. Se eho na me ma me papa anka se free na adwuma nti na mo de pie wasapu wako ku adwuma nti na mo de pie honom. And into many mabusuafo 2 regions so kotena ho because school ho for 1 year. Into minya I think 5 years no na me movie eba Dunkwa on Ofen which is in the central region of Ghana. Ehwo na that time na me papa ewa odi ni dwuma say businessman. And into no me kotena na nchen ene me dwuma da. Ehwo na me ka say me nyini ye. Nti ye ka se baby a me free pa dia ma beje atum se me free Dunkwa because ho na me bo me bra me nyini ye call me school nyinara. For basic school no me started wo school bia na pro Tremfam me I think na a DA school. Enti me ko ho kakra na me free ho ekoto aso school bia na pro Info Methodist. Enti Info Methodist no I think say me call when I was in class 2. From there, no me koya to say me do JHS2, which was 2012, and I'm a bachelor BEC. And I'm papa reading was it there be school no at that time na modern bo and so any BEC. Into an agent say obey me free honor. Even though nanya me extra me with addition ho nimdeɛ na minimade nyame adom nanso amama ntwerɛ hɔ nti ɔde me call school fra near pro Dunkwa Presby JHS and I'm a sample start JHS 2 honom the JHS 3 no me wie 2013 me wie no ma me nka asresem kakra na me Prempeh College akọ Prempeh College na me first choice Unfortunately, me throw BEC, you know. Now me rehearse me single number, but I'm honest, me 15. Up to this time, I do not cry in tears here, but me only say na when you me and she be at the mommy, extend be about the tears here. And it me we na me 15 no. That grade was didn't qualify me to go to Prempeh College. And my second choice was Bomponsem Senior High School. I wouldn't go on of honum. And then Yamiya Madam, I was accepted to read general science over there. Into me call from 2013 to 2016. And midi after that, and I wanted to be a medical doctor.
Mincha wa no kakra. Mincha wa ase wo ye jawo anze PhD for the jawo mo betimi akasa sa. Yes. We are live. We are live on Action Time on Chariot TV. If this is the first time you're joining us, welcome to Chariot TV. Welcome to Action Time. The program is live. The be ahwe if be mo akwa ba biem edeba Chariot TV. Action Time jumedi no eso. Drop in your comment wherever you're watching us from because we want to know where our viewers are located. So it helps us with regards to social media, statistics and dynamics. And then the program is very interactive. Okay, drop in your comments if maybe a bit just let it out. Okay. And you Bible serious, of course, a Bible program, but we are trying to share knowledge. Okay, as much as possible. The info, you say knowledge is power, and in this information age, information is power. Information between us all along, okay, throughout. So let's pay attention, try and keep up with the show, try and then follow till the end. 2 minutes, no Memphis on the because information be one more and until some time will be into so follow program na copy the program no and send when you all the information that you need now to me up. Wow, that was our plan. So all right, and now what can say we are grade 15 na I know na me person me the cancer next one say sometimes and finally grade out be you BCU ko be away grade 15 BC you say also for Harvard some can you say Harvard Ashama Boston
But you're Boston, you know.
Boston I think it's a say regardless of EBR, maybe a bit especially when it comes to education at the earlier stages. Because when you go about bi de mawa, that botai no ebebem. What the answer say? Obema ho kwan no nyankopon e de wire de ben. Aye ejuma. I think it's one of the things I picked up from what you said. So aggregate 15, it to me call Harvard. Then and that BBI possible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. So also now interest at a very young age to be a medical doctor. How now see it? So to us,
Yeah, so then American now me person me be doctor. Me papa because of time I had a woman in papa no ma me nyina ntimi anto omu school so my mom ended up becoming a seamstress, and then my dad became a teacher, a people teacher. I think some more Morgan and Munim who a people teacher is. Yeah, one school and could training who as a teacher, but when your opportunity to probably teach at the private school. Inti said man and papa ye wabra wo in the business no. Inti me nyine no me hu bra na ye bra ofi ho no. Sikasem na ho ye den. There were a couple of days me ko school ani akwamo me because na me the school fees ka. Inti me catch me say me be say me be medical doctor na me sesa abusiano shebre in terms of financial difficulties ani ye komo no. Inti abra me wie high school no. Nyame ye madominya 7 days and then 1 B2. B2 wow. Ni English. Obviously, Yankasa English na
Enkasa bibu bro funye krum kasa.
Exactly. Bro funye krum. Bibi no enam se na sikasam ho aye de intimate na fie 1 year. And I made sure I there was school be an Excel Wisdom Academy. I will know and also do pound to be tried there at the JHS level teaching science and math for 1 year. And I Duma the following year, 2017, I applied to Kane West Medical School, Legon Medical School, and then UHAS Medical School. So these are the 3 universities I applied to. Unfortunately, Kane West ne Legon Oman for me. I hope that I refer more and maybe already know this story because I've shared it before. But Nyame Maduma Minya admission University of Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS, and so admission fee is 7,000 Ghana cedis at that time, 2017. I'm 1 week. Me for say raise that amount to come and pay, but we couldn't even raise 1,000. And that opportunity also was lost for me.
Wow.
Me need swadi who said be medical doctor no. That was the end of it. But ni nyina mu no me hu ni se ne Nyankopon ye bibi. Biochem me kwaye biochem wo Legon, but biochem na me kwaye ye no. Actually, me selected as my second choice. I didn't know anything about biochem, but later on, I'm late admission, and I accepted because I thought, well, it's better than just staying home for another year. And the plan was that in coming we biochem now, MECO 4 years medical school, which is graduate medical school, University of Ghana. I think Cape Coast and then Kenya West also have the same programs. And me accepted biochem at the University of Ghana. Me first year anyway, now by God's grace, I had 4.0 at the end of the first year.
Hey, Tobo, just a for also we call University of Ghana acquire biochemistry, a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry.
Yes, now, biochemistry, cell and molecular biology. It's in Imiensa, which is a program at the University of Ghana. Yeah.
Okay. Now, university, like but I believe say you have for one name. So, grade point average, GPA, cumulative final grade point average. No, what's the name saying?
That is at the end of first year.
Oh, okay, at the end of first year. Oh,
yes,
okay.
We level 100 and I'm 4.0. There was an opportunity. Preacher Cafeteria. When you baby call nyame empa ne currency ye na ohwa say obenya scholarship ama me na nka me dia koye medicine na mpesa me ye no nti na opportunity bi o say odi obi ekọ Cuba na nka koye medicine nti we link me to a preacher called Preacher Prince Niama, who is currently the preacher at East Legon Church of Christ. Only me din komo me transcript. I mean everything I think was set for me to go to Cuba, but me sure didn't say no. The year in near CC medicine numbers, so maybe an Yankopon can be because minya scholarship, Kane University Mastercard Foundation, I'm about me feedback at that the can't say minya admission. Unfortunately, minya admission or take. Not even my last choice. Ain't me when say, Biana me di medicine chia na amboame. Ain't me catch and say, well, so munya opportunity in biochem, like go study abroad in biochemistry there. I was accept into me rejected and I'm a course so a year biochemical for 4 years. Ti nyame ya adom me wie na ye valedictorian in my college which is a College of Basic and Applied Sciences overall best student say nyame dia mame. Ti I was able to
graduate valedictorian now microphone share and as all patches say
overall best student. You can't say me college one
University of Ghana for students now more department ni na bomu wo na wo so bi they say ni obi onima de chen sa na opa kire
enye say ni obi onima de chen me but me badge no emfa ne say wa de suam no me na me di kan
say no an waka no I was say na mo pe obi eni won onima de chen no an waka anyway. What they're told was we are live on Air Chariot TV. The program is Action Time. Afi and I will join here. I have 2 guests. Me 2 guests, me producers, technicians for yes, we have a graduate student. So we have 2 graduate students, one from Harvard University, the other from Memorial University, US. back or Canada, and they are sharing their experiences. Said a baby bit me abwa from so no omo kondo so mbesua de no metimi etumpon and as ombetimi a better omo life as far as the academics is concerned. And the program is meant to help pave and I say give useful information. We are not connection men. Admission or Harvard and I'm memorial and TV program now. So don't come and ask me for like admission links in us for meaning professor Biao Harvard me minimum bia me information mo am de o maba no in someone be can de mo betin and one no full stop. But we are here to learn. We are here to learn from some of these people who have gone through them. Into mama yenti asesa into no baso anu share link no de am for so no so menya program no mo HFA next time baby I will share so ifi so the way we can have a very interactive discussion. So producers all hono wasanfa me guest Frank Esambra Subiu and I said Nathaniel Munina yes so say so now also you were the overall best student the one now my dear or University of Ghana what pencil one now my dear the whole Ghana now because some say University of Ghana I'm say there are only 2 universities in Ghana. There's University of Ghana and the rest Obiso Confansepim and also no there are only 2 secondary schools, but it tells you that looking at these 2 different people, baby on my background, baby on my fee, and look at how God took them, and then share Frank's story, and so it's really it tells you that there was the providence of God working behind the scenes. So, when Yankopon juma ya brabo, mama yen take things for granted as far as you Yankopon Emma, Jitu Muso Yankopon ewo kwanya onam so obema ne botaye owo edema wono ebebem. So regardless of what you are going through, me I'm still amazed. I will 15 ewo BC to me call Harvard there. And yes I can say me do a you. Anyway, what the ever can so you had a zeal to work and I said to be a medical doctor, but nema anko so you began to think that if you're not so you then decided to go into biochemistry. Now we are overall best student. What next? What happened?
Yeah, and see, me kasani ninjemu let me go back. When I entered level 100, so for University of Ghana, my time, yeah, I accept into the program. Yes, biochemistry, but then you justify your inclusion at the end of level 100 to continue with the biochemistry. And see, at the end of the level 100, my mates be on they were excluded from reading biochem. It's your co-department when I'm at that time, she was my course advisor, level 100 course advisor. Dr. Teresa, now professor, not doctor, sorry about that, Professor Teresa Manfo Jira. And to me, the incomo, me so no be medical doctor, sir. And unfortunately, that didn't come to pass. And she acquired a PhD, and now she was a professor, a lecturer at the University of Ghana. And to me, didn't come on and me bisa ni mo say. And opportunity was say me we are right from undergrad and meet me acquire PhD and no say yes. That is in US and even some part of the world a great opportunity. You can just move from undergrad without doing your masters straight to PhD. Timmy Bisan said, then what should I have to do? Like the end mom met me a CSM who year and Reno Swan met me admission. And only me didn't come up. See, or try me say main focus on research. So that be a many research experience. I shouldn't forget my studies, me making all the grades because I know super me leadership experiences within the community and also see right from at the end of level 100, meaning it didn't come right away. I'm catching some percent starting internship work in the lab. That was not allowed. Normally, I will say like we'll do level 100 first semester. We'll start to say we are internship, but I am always grateful to Professor Jira for giving me that opportunity to intern in her lab. My first internship was done in her lab, and it exposed me to research. And I'm a senior student. I know more lab also doing BA about PhD applications and all that. me be no level 300. Me started some me joining webinars about PhD applications, how to apply for PhD abroad. And see, and also be a whole lot. I believe that probably we'll talk more into about that. And then me started my national service. I did my national service at the University of Ghana as a research assistant. Let me say the West Africa Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIP, which is a research institute at the Department of Biochemistry. Into me 1 year or honum. Into me no, and I started say me apply for graduate schools abroad. Into I applied to a number of schools.
Yeah, before that, last week, brother Ntiamu, last week, that's why you didn't kakra mashada. Odie numusio. Why? You know kasa. She, you said wa pantaya akese some show. But odie to yeah, last week, what can say? That was all can be bisa. I will say, it got to a point in time. I say, me and most stories are very, very similar in a way. It got to a point in time you had someone to guide you, to give you that direction. And because I can say, uncle be, bet me as uncle, yeah, chef, what happened? Like, uncle be on any discuss here. He was even in the engineering field, and then he encouraged you because you were torn between which type of engineering to focus on at a point in your life. Can you just recount or just briefly, so that if we went to join here last week, they will understand a little bit about where you came from.
And on your bed, Messiah, that was now on your Franklin's Mababa, so I can see your achievements are very, very stellar. Well, into from my story, no, maybe we JHS, now I call SHS. Now I knew said I didn't really want to pursue medicine because now me just a doctor say moja ho adwuma na me and said I felt that medicine wasn't really.
No,
you could say that. You could say that. It's yeah. Maybe call high school. Na me nim say anya dia medicine. In high school, my biology, me technical drawing in place of biology. Into me technical drawing, physics, chemistry, elective maths. Me general science, and so, but I didn't take biology. Into maybe high school, and I maybe call university. Me share high school na me who said subject here, and I mentioned that me was chemistry. And me who said going into university, and so anything or any discipline of engineering, a chemistry center, it was really out of scope for me. And me papa so na fe me name of be dim kita ho di no a telecom engineer at the time. Now I try me senior maybe an American high school, for instance, physics, offer waves, or call elective maths, probability and statistics, or call yes, into these main two areas, physics and elective maths, there were some things, and maybe an American or high schooler, not all term is in the telecom engineering discipline. It is directly applied over there. Into now, if just a manager who say, okay, I did Messiana, no for HM myself, say now, no telecom engineering industry. Then again, also when you call it about amphibian Dunia about 10 years ago. Say in your number kaya na shafon bekaya na abefo say yeah free ho na yakasa video call. It wasn't common back then.
Yeah, that's true.
Or shesenya abefo and if you yakon nim advancements about technology nyama just say abwan my ne abrabo moye a bit easier for us. In fact, you share COVID-19 pandemic and you do na say go school afi go school free fee. We juma free fee. Obeto idea cry, obeto na for phone. So all these things were supported by the advancements telecom engineering the buy. Me of a chair myself and I who said idea the interest was, I would say, whipped up from a very young age. And I'm a core university, I'm a telecom engineering.
Wow, interesting. So from what I picked from both of you, most stories I make is very, very similar. Then I said, you see, so yeah, when you're youth, and I said you have a certain passion, you have a desire to do something. And it's very good. You talk to people who can help you because Frank said your kind the professor now Obona Basu Bibino. They say Anka one cannot they share in the hona just say Anka he would have lost that opportunity, right? So what's Nathaniel so now say also no because he spoke what he wanted to do to others. Said if they have any help, they could help him. You know. That is also so all these are tips. Yeah, Kasano, these are some of the tips you should be picking. Say talk to people who can help you about your dreams, about your passion. Onyankopon on sane angels in visro and man make sure say hey beba the way for her apply we ye on nipa so na be nti wo so wo asafo ni wo pon asori ana wo kofie like only obi ankasa wo school mu you don't talk to your supervisors, you don't talk to your lecturers and all that. Why never wow. You get it. So these are some of the things we are talking about. Nti ye kasa no pick a few things from what they are saying and then apply it. Take action, okay? Yeah, yes, I'll take action with what you are hearing. All right. So yes, uncle. So Brother Frank, Miss Answer about so. Ain't no, we'll say Professor Emma or Aquenya ma we intend on a lab at a very, very early stage in your undergraduate year degree. And she will try and say you can do it because there are so many universities who accept undergrads to do or pursue PhD, and that was your inspiration. So Mefan is all guided. She was your guide, I mean, or guide, whatever they call it, or guideo through so edo fanning name. Now, my interest is what kind of counseling in terms of say who apply to universities abroad. Now, I want to first ask you, I don't want na Ghana, anya PhD, now pesa obekwa. That's the first question. And then the second question is, what kind of counsel, in terms of your applying to abroad and other things?
All right, thank you so much. Okay, it's me for Ghana. No, the entire man to us. No, I always say this. I had the best training, the best education at the University of Ghana, especially the Department of Biochemistry.
Okay.
The training on Modema, you know. I mean, say usomu ye now that internship now it keeps you ahead. I know most of my mates who are also doing PhD right from undergrad. Some of them even had lower class, but omu ye PhD, straight PhD in US institutions, right? Make us say the education I had at the University of Ghana Biochemistry department was one of the best. And I would have loved saying Kamet was so honor. But you know, Adi Biarano, or when him say Ubeko when him, Biano, you don't want to sit at one point, right? Ubeso when him, you say Bibiano Yewodi, Edianim, Ebidiachi, right? Abra, may imagine say I will do a PhD, no. One of the things I mean when they say, well, what be born and I'm a one, not a straight PhD. I will say, well, your master's answer. But means, you know, no medical science in my mind, they say, I will not do master's, may straight PhD. That is one of the things that I'm a man to us all, University of Ghana.
Okay.
The second thing they say, the kind of research I'm person me, you know, malaria related research. I had a lot of researchers who were doing malaria research at the University of Ghana because my undergrad supervisor no yeah research on malaria. Again, that would have been a perfect lab for me. But said them kind it be DBH. Me when they say the kind of research specifically on malaria na me or University of Ghana no. Yeah, oncophobia advanced in that, right? And there were aspects being so na many jehuana yenye ewo University of Ghana ho. Inti adenti na me hwe professors omo amaname omo ye that specific research no na me apply to those schools so that they make me akoso pursue that passion. Inti that was one of the factors that influencing me to apply outside of Ghana. Another thing I also make kind of say, and this is an advice. Sometimes you apply to schools abroad. We look at the schools. Maybe I'm person call Harvard, yes. I'm person call Stanford. I'm person call Memorial University and all that. But I want to say, yes, the school is very, very important. But as a researcher, PhD student, you want to think more about the kind of research you want to do. It's school on GED. But you find say back cancer biology That school is known to be the best in cancer biology research, right? Obi a also pursue cancer biology, no. I want to also do any trade. Men about school in a year, maybe a Harvard Najid or something call them. No, it's always let the kind of research you want to do lead you. That is an advice I will give. It may apply to, even though Harvard was my dream school, but may apply to Harvard because Harvard Ajidi may apply because the researchers are not more malaria research, no. I mean, gurus, no. A lot of them are at Harvard. My supervisor, for instance, Mano Durasen, why Juma in the kind of Juma CCIP genetics for a very long time, over 20 years.
Wow.
And it's say I want to become, I want to be trained in that field. I have to look in that direction. Right.
That's right.
Enono was one of the factors influencing me. Now coming back to the advice, Professor Ademame, unfortunately, after my first year, second year, I was still in charge with Professor, but then main town because I was assigned to a different course advisor, Dr. Anastasia Akins. Now many on the work in and then other professors at the department. Professor Jura Omame, that idea from the beginning that you can do it, you can get a PhD, straight PhD from undergrad. But as to how I applied, I'll give credit to other people who really helped me, gave me recommendation letters. Some people were not even at the University of Ghana. This man called Dr. Schwab, Daniel Schwab, he's an American. I met him online through a webinar. And also, AfriSnet is one organization of Africans to apply for PhDs in the
US. Information na me mano. Yes, it's abeti na na de na ne cha no. How can Crawfobia omoboa Africans to pursue PhD outside of the continent?
Yeah. AfriSnet. AfriSnet. AfriSnet.
Okay. It's in way it's the mamu me ma obi mbambe text him na obed and I know say the ben Mr. and one was say AfriSnet 80 and one wakan one short to honum you program now no akwa search it then you move on. So you attended webinars. That is another important part. So in our part of the world, we are not really said in your not kind. I think some 10 years ago, now you need these video conferencing tools to do some of these online, and then we can correspond with people anywhere around the globe. But now, by the help of more telecommunication industry, they've advanced research to the extent that you can have a conversation with someone anywhere in the globe. To say, let's see, me baby also US any other so Canada, what has me name to put me coded area, what I say it's not but yet me kasa. But some years back, there was nothing like that. And fortunately, we can use some of these advancements in technology to also help us. And now come us in terms of webinars. So best say invest in more passion to do exploits, and I said to advance their careers, and they should take advantage of some of these things. Some of them are free. Say anything paid,
No, not at all. I mean, idea back one, my main can we idea back where boy me pa and they said, I said, yes, street feed here. Apart from research experience, now no say, are you really interested in the field? One of the things I will show say you are interested in the field, and they say call conferences because it gives you the opportunity to present your research and also learn about the field you are entering in. COVID, it was a blessing in disguise. Let me say that. Because COVID by most conferences are outside of Ghana. I was say in a hybrid. So some people were meeting in person, others could join online. And then my opportunity, me submit an abstract to 3 different conferences, international conferences, and I was accepted. And I did virtual presentation, and that really helped me. Medical receiving And then I'm push my current supervisor. And
Wow.
the kind of researcher no more year into details. I already knew him, but then I mean him research the year. But one of the webinars, conferences I'm attending, me present here, me lab member Eddie Nkomo. From there, now I'm a call the department website, and I'm starting to share the year. And then I just emailed him. He advised me to apply, and then the rest is history.
Wow.
If there is an opportunity to attend conferences online or webinars online, now and you paid do it. I did one at Australia, now online. You know, Ghana and Australia time difference, is almost 12 hours, right?
Yeah.
Charlie, how much you? Now me my laptop at you. Me poster presentation. That is Manda. Take advantage of opportunities. If you need to sacrifice, I believe that Yebeka wants because I really want to talk about this. Sometimes they won't say Ubi Ewa Bruchi or PhD or masters. You won't say, oh, of an easy. It comes with a lot of work, and I really want to emphasize on this. I always tell my mentees, Mabu Mamuma admission, say most of the work is on you. The mentor is there to just guide you. And it's a one putting in a lot of effort. At the end, sometimes you have to sacrifice, even if you have to pay something small, pay it because you are investing into your future. Right?
Wow.
See, maybe next week, I can want some roadmap to application. And near my also would go as an apply. No, I can want some IT for so enya the umbenya free my warm. Yeah.
Interesting. Nyankopon hyira meba brother Nat also but before I meba also na yesre for ni ahwefo enyina say we are live on Action Chariot TV. Yes, we are live on Chariot TV. The program is Action Time. As I think one joining a lot has been said. You've missed so much. But of course, he'll be a some few minutes, so you can still get a few information from young brother Nat. So brother Nat, last week, Mikai, you were trying to give us like also phone a crown on the making calls and all that. And almost said they need how to do research, how to find information online, and a few things. What I say. So we on more we desire to do like postgraduate degree or postgraduate program, right? But onim said them kind like and I will be so called conference webinar onya just onim where to even get some of this information. Can you guide us? Like, can you give us a few areas obebun bi ohwen obetimi edinani akohonom and then give some areas bi obetimi ahwe ebetimi aboano if he wants to like study outside. Some of the areas I was say you're very active on maybe a LinkedIn or kohonomwa. What are the things because you been call LinkedIn almost school like what are the things to do? Like maybe say which say do kohonomwa or Facebook. What are the things that people must subscribe to if you are interested in pursuing your studies abroad? Like what are some of the technologically you kind of saying savvy areas? I'm putting this question to you because also a telecommunication engineer. So guide our viewers into some of these areas. I'll be to me looking out for.
Okay. On your bed, that's it. And I would just go off the on your front kind about efforts and sacrifices. I was say just you must be prepared to make those sacrifices so that you can make it easier for you to be able to learn some of these opportunities. And see, yes, maybe a student or universities here or born home inside this year or press out the cocaine. Now, the research experience can crowd to me. So what on can so you are just trying that. It is important because as you may say, send our kind of LinkedIn. We call LinkedIn. LinkedIn is essentially a platform in Tiffany said for apps to say Facebook, Twitter, Google. LinkedIn to say Facebook, alcohol, hono. Juma Sam, you are trying to market yourself. Just say, oh, Tom, Homa, a man will say, oh, Nipa say, no. But your born home this specific areas. It's funny, say, yeah, Franca. It's malaria research. It's wireless communications research. And see, you must have something you can sell. My name is follow the American on
Oh, yeah.
And say, oh, LinkedIn, for example, number one, LinkedIn, you have to build a very good profile. I just say, connected to professors, it can help you. I feel there are other places to say research gates. Honey, for maybe you want to look at what people are doing in the area of research, focusing on that. You can go there and then you can find material. I'll bet you I can say, okay, these are the things going on in the field I want to pursue researching. Me, from my experience, at the time I may apply for graduate school, I didn't have as much information. And see, me call Google.
Okay.
And
see,
right. And see, me call Google. And see, I feel me call Google. Maybe send me kind na what you are saying kon. Maybe say also when you from Keso can say school no important, but the here program na okoye wo ho. And see, me say na me per school do America, for instance. Maybe my type research area no, and then a plus sign, and then universities in the US. And maybe graduate research in wireless communications plus United States. Graduate research in wireless communications plus United Kingdom. Graduate research in wireless communications plus Canada. Now, if you schools are a ban of wireless communications, I wouldn't wait in mind. Media Google na me you say I feel eventually the who said the professor you'll be also a ban of wireless communications research, like I said. I mean, if you take the top 20 or top 2% researchers in wireless communications, that is how I eventually chanced upon the opportunity. I feel me apply and couple of means I can. Intimidate Google and me use it mainly for my my research. Yes.
Wow, interesting, Brother Frank. Oh, be the back home.
Yeah, I mean, me use Google so they make kind. Apart from the conferences and conferences no crano, Okona, which your professor be, you still want to learn more about the person. The only place I'll bet me idea about the person is Google. Me use Google so I think that waka in same bra, me person may repeat it. But idea about one person may can say always know, yes, it's good to be on Facebook, but so I say person ba abrochi be PhD. Ask yourself, say Facebook now me was may spend a lot of time over there, no. Information ben a minya abeboa me met me achieve this goal. It will be me divide. Okay, I want to go to the United States for my PhD. Where would I get the necessary information? LinkedIn, a lot of people are posting PhD opportunities or master's opportunities there. If you want to spend most of your time over there, where you will see a lot of opportunities that will be to me, so I look into. I think at the time now I was more active on Twitter, now X. I saw a lot of professors were publishing their research, like throw a summary of their research, recent research, normal publishing on there. Into a boame ma meet me, so okay, this professor is working on this. I click on the link to go and read about the paper, right? And also boame ma a lot of information about what a PhD journey is about. Spend your time wisely on these apps and as social media platforms I want. If TikTok, I mean, I don't think TikTok will give you information on graduate application. Just go there to have fun, right? Spending most of your time on TikTok while you want to achieve, I mean, pursue graduate school abroad. Every time, and spending a year on these platforms and then search for the right resources. It's very important, yeah.
Brother Nat, your final words. But before your final word, mention more final words, I would like to thank our two guests so much. Say Majebre na and then Smone for Abe share what you something about your life. You see, it's not easy for people to accept to share their life story with the whole world. But we are very grateful to you, say Majebre. Now you made this happen for us, and I hope say a TF1 and viewers they've actually had a lot of information under their belt that if they are only to take action, definitely it's going to help them. I would like also to thank viewers. They've stayed with us for a very long time. Yeah, that was papa comment I'm the buy. They're back in kind of idea, mom. After I take the final words, but your time will not echo. So I'll take the final words. That's all the domain. And next week is here. Honey, about check pathways. So you don't want to miss next week. Okay. No matter what happens, you want to be on Chariot TV Sunday, next week, 8 p.m. GMT. Because ebe flow how to go, the scholarships, how to apply, and everything. If you have questions, you can bring them in. And of course, me two guests, normally only mentors. So they mentor other people to gain admissions outside. So you can reach out and we can connect you with these brethren. So I'll read a few comments that have come in. Brother Nathaniel, you prepare your final comments and then I'll come back to you, Brother Nathaniel, and then Brother Frank. Now you're the SC. Patrick, or say, of course, my candidate, Santa Kwa for Jonathan. Okay, we also my kind. Mercy said, watching you live from the US. Mercy, Sister Mercy. Kwesi Ntiamwa. Are you related to my guest Nana? I don't know. Was it not? Wow. Glad to know. Higher heights, brother. I mean, yes, sure. We the near down so in Tiamwa. Yes, sure. Say we're related to you. Nana Konedu. Okay. Yeah, someone watching you live from Oshun. You yate Oshun for each hey, the boss. I say watching you live at between BB and NP. And also a day. BB near day. Minimum BB no minimum adequate. Just say make the language plain to us so that those who read may run with it. Plain in my anyway, Brother Shadrach. The boss back up. Thomas Hator also watching you live from Tema. Vera so sharing from Ajamesu. Yes, Vera Nyankopon. Last week you were with us. This week you are also with us. But for essay, had the pleasure of knowing Frank in person at UG around 2018 and 2019, and he's a very talented and intelligent person. Hey, Joe Samba. There's a seven and the whole University of Ghana. What pencil they now know him at the but for confirm or say I learned a lot from him. God bless him, and his story really inspires a lot. Of course, the story inspires everybody who hears it. Nyankopon shout for bringing in this. It's really inspirational. Bossy, David, oh dear, yeah. In some way, you can't them no, not just saying we are so. Hey, in terms of you see dance when so meaning so related to you,
Yeah.
Are you opinion ankasa?
That's my dad. I think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Daddy, it's Yao. I'll say hi, Obed, Frank, and Nat. Danso in Tiamo. Oh, okay. Danso in Tiamo senior. Oh, okay. And the family. Hey, next if you're for chase here, show. You are watching the show. Young men continue to shine. And yeah, or somebody at the amount. But not Yankupon show. Kwame Boache. So watching live from Antwerp or Belgium, Memu. Yankupon shout Kwame. Regina so sharing. Oh, Regina the Abadada. Ajamesi. Ajamesu Yankupon shamu ina Kwame Boache so say. I'll say the Lord bless you and keep you, brethren. Okay, so far these are the comments that have come in. You can also bring in your comment, but it's the time they call. So I'll just take final words from my guests. So that we will draw the curtains down on today's show. Brother Nat, maybe I'm about Brother Frank. Brother Nat, final words.
Oh, on your bed, Messa that was nothing. If you phone so, only now, when you break a jib breast or wish and I would see your wife between no watching. So, me person me down when you say. Oko Ephesians 4 home anymore. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 28. Apostle Paul okay same be or say na the owia de no onja na afi on fa ne nsa nya adwuma obetimi de aboa wono a woni bi. Enti say oye bebo na wo go school wo sua adwuma de wo ye biara no de meka ne say mo ma yenwe ho na afi yentumi ngina ye a yenso betimi aboa enanuma wa wasafuni. Afi Ephesians chapter 5 now so verse 15 to 16 Paul say we should redeem the time. Now, okay, say redeem the time, man. Not just say time now, and Jenny say, what the just say, there's a time coming now. You might make a mistake and then you not use your time correctly. In time, Brenna, you upon the amount. Am I? See, I'm sure here. You bet to me, MSU sit certain night. In see, the mention said, so person who call graduate school, send on your frank kind. You have to put in a lot of effort. You have to make sacrifices. I feel just say, you remember what? What say what you Brenna? If you want say, and now when your time, so person we are now in the end so. Nti de meka ache ahwefonso no Nyankopon hye obiara
Nyankopon hye so na PhD baby electrical baby still so Nyankopon asem Nyankopon hye as a PhD ni a wa ben e wo Nyankopon asem mu say de unya no baby a just a chariot TV Nyankopon hye brother Nat
amen
papa ye be ma ye nua be ma Frank nso de na no di sem we twa to ama etifo ni ahwefo.
Yo, Oniaobe, thank you so much for the opportunity to share this with brethren in the church. We believe say the kind no manya so emphasis. Onia Nat aka ne nyina kakra me de beka ho ane say Oniaobe do kan no pie dinia or say in the Bible. Very very important. This program I believe is meant mostly for the churches of Christ. Yes, we be on church of Christ ni bia no onso benya so emphasis. Ade ba kwa meka ne say makame story. Yes, yet if you must say shame crying, it inspires a lot of people a lot. But let me tell you this that Enyama Huadin. Enyama Huadin that maybe Church of Christ ni 2014 when I was in high school. SHS 1, the second term. And a free samreno, medim human yankopon me yes me jumano. And then yankopon and so any manantia which ramia any day may come a story only say show crying. It's a mestro. No matter where you are, whether you are looking for opportunities to study abroad or you want to study in Ghana, whatever you are doing, wow biano. Many nyame influ abrabo muda. Azamba kwa meka show no. Pa nyankopon itu anamon. Na sa odi nyankopon tu anamon na ne nanti ya mesha obo. The enemy can ya woden obeka amana broso na shamanfo nso in crime. Enti the American no onyo Kristo ni nso a yesro program a ye nyese bi a ebeboa ama physically pe wetimi enya mpuntu bi wa brabom na emom ye hwese ye kan niema we nyina na eginya mesam nso kan ho.
That's right.
Enti ye to nzafro onyo Kristo ni a ye to nzafro se bra na any Church of Christ won beso nyamehwe na hwe eniema pa wetimi eda na di ewo ne mba mu koso ahwe next week ye beto aso se the obed kan no ye be share a lot of resources about how to apply to graduate school ye be share mo se next week no mombra na money and somebody nkomo yankopon shiro bibia na oma ye nkwa anwodin wom se de be next week be san share bio ye metimi aka no.
Wow. Interesting. My guests have been Nathaniel and Frank. Nyankopon inshallah brother Nat and brother Frank. In fact, we've made this program a success and we are really grateful. I'm really grateful how I'm more ND and as you are not just interested in studying wankasa more chosen careers and our fields of study. And it reflects from more comments, especially your final comments, more be crumpled or also add through the gospel invitation out there. So it all shows when and whatever we do, don't ignore your faith, don't ignore Christ, don't ignore Onyankopon. And once you have that at the back of your mind, now we there wants to be to me, trust me. Said Onyankopon definitely obey me, I am also. And niswadi hu bi odiesu weni so no Onyankopon okwan a obey to me ama ni nyina abemu edi ama. Yes, also that Chariot TV managers for nyina so ase said ye kan no Nyankopɔn adom a dasene ebesan so aba na ye ne mo atoa enkomo twetwe no so next week monsan so ene ye enhia so Nyankopɔn adom a me am di dwumadie no mo chia me ye frame Obed se Nyankopɔn adom ye a dasene ebeto aso akra mo nyina.
Chariot TV is proud to present Digital Lectureship 2025, themed Shepherd the Church of God, Acts 2028. Over 12 insightful days, we'll delve deep into the principles of spiritual leadership, church organization, and the profound responsibility of caring for God's precious assembly. We'll kick off with Don Blackwell addressing ordination of elders, who is eligible, followed by B.J. Clark on the elders or preachers, who is in charge of the church. Eric Owens will then explore why take heed to shepherd the Church of God. You'll also hear from Mike McDaniel on balancing ruling and serving, Alan Webster on raising men to be elders, and Eric Eskew discussing when there are no elders. Kyle Butt will cover elders and church discipline, and Scott Kane will elaborate on why elders should smell like the sheep. We'll then dive into church organization with Aaron Gallagher, comparing biblical and denominational hierarchy, Shadrach Opong addressing concerns in Ghana, and Dan Cates sharing historical lessons. George Assar will shed light on church autonomy and cooperation, and John Adu will conclude by explaining why caring for the elders is caring for the church. Don't miss this enriching series. Equip yourself with biblical knowledge to better understand and participate in the life of the church. Join us for the Chariot TV digital lectureship on Chariot TV and the Church of Christ TV on Facebook and YouTube. Mark your calendars from the August 1st to the 14th, 2025. Don't miss out.